Oh my God. I feel like they're gonna pop. What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. No, they didn't actually pop, but they felt like they were going to, and more importantly, I'm going to teach you how you can make your biceps pop. Not literally, but pop out of your sleeves, because you're probably not using all that's at your disposal when it comes to your bicep training. Certainly not what science and anatomy is providing you, and that's the point here, guys. We don't just rely on PubMed studies. I say it all the time. It's what actually happens in the gym that matters the most. And we apply that here, and I have elaborate setups to do it because we have lots of athletes that come through here. This is actually called a Kineo machine. It's an expensive machine. You're not going to need it to do what I'm showing you here today, but it does show the science behind why what I'm going to show you is going to work, okay? So what was I doing in that clip? I'm going to do it again for you, believe it or not. That's how sick I am. I'm going to do it again, and what I do is actually take this machine, and what it's allowing me to do is it's allowing me to change the concentric load and the eccentric load. And that's key, because you are stronger eccentrically than you are concentrically, whether you know it or you don't. And that's with how our muscles actually contract. When they're shortening, they're forming these attachments between actin and myosin, right? The contractile filaments of the muscle, and they're basically ratcheting themselves onto each other to form a shorter and shorter muscle and a stronger and stronger contraction. Now, the first thing you have to know about that is if you speed through a contraction, you don't get as many of those bonds and you don't get as strong. As a matter of fact, they can actually fall off. So you want to make sure you're going at a more gradual pace whenever you're trying to go for the strongest contraction possible. Okay, not speeding through it. This machine is going to make me go at a certain pace. Okay, that's number one. Number two, because we are stronger eccentrically, I can actually change the load. So if I lift, let's say, 50 kilograms on the way up, I can actually change it to go 80 on the way down. Matter of fact, you're almost twice as strong eccentrically than you are concentrically. So if you're never altering your load, then you're not actually training to your full capacity. You're at the mercy of whatever you can lift concentrically. And that's where I think you're selling yourself short. Now, beyond that, one last point, this is not just eccentric. Because we're changing the load so dramatically, we're getting a forced eccentric. Okay, so it's not the same as just lifting something up and then lowering slow. I'm actually getting pushed down by this machine. It's sort of like that Ivan Drago leg extension. We could do the same thing here. You'll probably see that happening in my biceps and even my entire shoulder girdle as I do this. So let's go through it again. So we get ourselves in position. This thing starts. I get a countdown. And up. So now I curl up. It's going to come down. Go. 50 on the way up, 80 down. 50 on the way up, 80 down. 50 up, 80 down. And I had to slow down there and down. Slow down a little bit. I'm in the green. In green. Oh shit. Green. Green. A little too fast. There we go. And down. Oh shit. That's what I mean. So now we've actually put science into the contraction here and taken advantage of the fact that, yes, I can control it eccentrically. And we stayed within that speed. At least I had the feedback there. But for you, what you want to do is when you're doing your curls, be more conscientious of how fast you're curling. Slow it down. Take the concentric. Try to get as forceful contractions as possible. Now, what about the other half? Take a partner. Get a training partner. You curl them up and have them push down on the barbell. Now, it's not something you should be nervous about here because, again, your strength capacity is far higher than what you think it is right here eccentrically. I can handle that. I can handle the additional load. Don't tell your buddy to go jump on top of them, but actually tell them to ease in and push down on that load. You'll be amazed at what your body and your biceps specifically are able to do here, and that's what's going to take the lid off of the ceiling that you've actually created for yourself right now by always training with the same techniques, by always applying the same weights up and down and never varying that. All right, guys, and again, this can be applied to lots of different exercises. It can be applied to the bench press. Someone can push down on top of the bar. It can apply to a tricep extension. Someone can push down on the bar. It can even apply to a deadlift, as you see here. Okay, Matt, not the deadlift. Not that way. That's not a good way to do it. Fact is, guys, you can utilize this concept and this principle here in your training and start to see more results from it and get those biceps popping, right? So if you're looking for a program, guys, that actually puts the science back in strength, I'm not satisfied with those PubMed studies. They have to stand the test of time here in the gym in order to be worthwhile. You can do that, guys, with all of our programs over at ATHLEAN-X.com. In the meantime, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so and make sure you turn on your notifications so you never miss one of our new videos. And also, guys, whatever you want to see in this channel, guys, it's all about you. We put the science back in strength. I'm willing and happy to do that for you every time I step in front of this camera. Just let me know what you want me to cover, and I'll do the best I can to do that for you in the days and weeks ahead. All right, guys, see you soon.